particles of a string passing over a pulley and masses attached to the end of the string, for which we have seen the different equations earlier. The first question that we have got is a mass of 9 kg. So the weight will be 9g. Is dragging a mass of 6 kg, say mass of 6 kg, so 9 is more, 6 is less, so 6g. For that, the mass will be moving up because it is lighter than 9 kg. By means of a string passing over a pulley, find the acceleration of the system and should be the tension in the string. So we will change it just now. Find the acceleration of the system and the tension in the string. Well, there is nothing in this question for all what we have studied. This question is just a baby problem for us. So the acceleration that we are having is A is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into g. Well, m1, let us take the greater mass to be m1, then m1 will be 9 kg minus m2 will be 6 kg divided by m1 plus m2 will be 9 plus 6 into g. So this will be the acceleration equal to 10 meters per second square, which is equal to 9 minus 6 is 3, 9 plus 6 is 15, 3 by 15 is 1 by 5, so will be equal to 0.2. 0.2 into 10 will be equal to just 2 meters per second square. The next thing is that we will have to also find out as to what will be the tension in the string. For the tension we had studied that it is given by 2m1, m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into g. So that will be equal to 2 into 9 into 6 dividing it by 9 plus 6 into 10. Because it is acceleration, so the unit will be meters per second square. On simplifying, we will get the tension to be equal to 9 6 54 into 2 108. 9 plus 6 is 15. So it is 108 into 10 divided by 15. So 108 by 15 will go by 3. So that will be equal to 36 if I am correct. 36 by 5. 36 by 5 is 72 by 10. 72 by 10 is 7.2 into 10 will be equal to 72. So please note tension is a force, so the result will be Newton. So what we will find is, I will repeat it again, 108 by 15. It will go by 3. So it is 36 by 5. 72 by 10 it is equal to. And so 10 and 10 cancels will be equal to therefore 72 newtons, which will be equal to the tension in the string. And see the second question. Two particles of mass 11 and 13 kg are connected by a light string passing over a pulley. So it is a repeat of the earlier question. Find the thrust on the pulley. So now 11 and 13 are the two masses. And the equation for thrust is equal to 2T, which is equal to 4m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into G. Everything is given there, m1 m2 also is there. So the thrust will be equal to 4m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into G. So will be given by 4 into m1, take the higher value as m1 into. The other mass is 11, dividing it by 13 plus 11 into G, so will be into 10. And this thrust, which is also a force, will be also in newtons, and that will be equal to 13 plus 11 is 24. 4 by 24 is 1 by 6. So it is equal to 13 into 11. 143 by 6. Check it up if you want. 13 into 10 is 130. For 11, another 13 more. So it will be 143 by 6. So thrust will be equal to 143 by 6, and that will be in newtons. So will be equal to almost 24. Check it up if you want. 14 by 6. It will go 2 times. Balance 2 will be there. Then 2 and 3 combined will be 23. 23 by 6 is almost 4. So you can write it as equal to 24. What does that mean? It is not exactly 24. So there will be some answer very, very close to that. Select that answer in the examination question. So it will be 24 newtons. This way you can do the calculations fast, you can finish the problem fast, so you will be able to do more problems than others. So after that first part of the second question is over, then the space described in 4 seconds. For finding out the space in 4 seconds, we have to first know the acceleration. The acceleration will be equal to m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into G. So that is equal to 13 minus 11 by 13 plus 12. I am sorry, not 12, but it will be 11 again into G. G is equal to 10. And acceleration will be in meters per second square. 13 minus 11 is 2, 13 plus 11 is 24, so it is 2 by 24, which is 1 by 12. So it will be equal to 10 by 12. 10 by 12 is equal to 5 by 6, and 5 by 6 will be very close to 84. So the acceleration, not 84, it will be 0.8333 and so on. So it goes like that, so it will be equal to 0.84 approximately. And you all know how to do the calculations first. I have explained enough about it. So before I get the answer, you should be able to do that calculation in your mind, so that when we see the final answer, you will feel happy, not only that, solving problems finally, that is the NEET examination, will become very easy for you. So this will be 0.84 meters per second square. So any answer that is closest to it, select it. So this way you are going to solve the problem fast. Okay, find the space described in 4 seconds. When you are keeping the mass, at that time there will be no motion of the string. If the string is moving, you cannot fix the mass. So at the beginning the velocity is 0. So if the velocity is 0, space described means distance. So u is known, we have to find the distance, a is also known. And the space described in 4 seconds, so time is known. So using s and the time, you will have to solve the problem. We know for that the equation is s is equal to ut plus half at square. So s is equal to ut plus half into at square. Now at this stage we have got the experience good enough that when the initial velocity is 0, body starts from rest and so on, then we will omit this, we will write only the second term and solve the problem. So now substituting u is 0, then plus half into the acceleration a we have found out to be equal to 5 by 6, and that only is 0.84. 5 by 6 into t square at the end of 4 seconds. So t square will be 4 square. So this will be equal to 4 square is 16, and 5 into 16 will be 80. 6 into 2 is 12. So that will be 80 by 12. And both can be divided by 4. So it will become 20 by 3. See how easy it is to calculate if you do all this. You can do it in your mind, but also write and check up. I have already told you the reason. Remember, 1040 plus 1040. Okay. So then, and this distance will be in meters, which is equal to 6.67 meters. And after that, if the string is cut at the end of 4 seconds, find the distance described by each particle at the end of next 6 seconds. Okay. So, after covering 6.67 meters, that is 20 by 3 meters, the string is cut, tack. So what will happen? For the motion over the pulley, if one string is cut, the other mass will be free. So it will be moving just like the motion under gravity. That is all. Keep that in mind. And when the string is cut, the acceleration is known to us. The distance covered is also known. And for the next 6 seconds, how much distance is covered? So it is purely a motion under gravity. Time is given, distance is given, acceleration is also known. So S is equal to ut plus half at square is what you have to take after the string is cut. So right. So in continuation with the previous problem, which is there on the board, this one, the only question left out is, find the distance described by each particle at the end of next 6 seconds. So after 4 seconds, another 6 seconds, when that is completed, then what will be the distance described? After 4 seconds, whatever details are there, that is the starting value for the next motion. And for that, we have already seen that the string is cut now. Therefore, acceleration which you have got 0.84, no, not correct. When the string is cut, then only another mass will be in motion. So it will be purely a motion under gravity. Whether some length of the string is there or not there, whatever it is free to move. So find the distance covered by each particle at the end of next 6 seconds. 9 kg is moving down, it will continue to move down. 6 kg is moving up, but when it is cut, the string is cut, then it is purely under motion. Gravity. So when the string is cut, it is in motion, and it will further move some distance because g is negative, so it will become 0 at one time, the velocity will become 0, then it will fall down. So in the next 6 seconds, what happens? Find that distance is the question. Okay. So then, don't take this acceleration. That is acceleration when both masses are connected to one another. So we have to only find out what will be the velocity in the first part, the final velocity in the first part. That will be the initial velocity. With that initial velocity for the next part and motion purely under gravity, find out how much more distance will the body move in the next 6 seconds. Okay. So you have to find out the velocity in the previous case. To find the final velocity, when the string is cut, it will be V is equal to U plus A into T. This is the final velocity when the string is cut. Means this is the velocity for the earlier motion. For the earlier motion, this is the acceleration that you will have to take. So that velocity will be U is 0 in this case. Otherwise, if only the string is moving, you cannot put the mass at all over there. So it has to be at rest. The string has to be rest, then put the mass. So U is always 0 plus A. The acceleration E is equal to 0.84 meters per second. Otherwise, it will be equal to 5 by 6. Yes. So 5 by 6 into 4 seconds. So that will be equal to so many meters per second. 5 into 4 is 20 by 6 is 10 by 3, which is equal to 3.33. So 3.33 meters, or you can as well write it as 10 by 3. That is equal to u1 for next 6 seconds. For next 6 seconds. Okay. Then give the heading next. Six seconds. Now, the motion is under gravity. Okay. Then when the string is cut, already 9 kg mass is moving down. Then for motion under gravity, further next 6 seconds, how much distance will it cover? So when the string is cut, at that time the initial velocity is final velocity of earlier motion, so it will be equal to 10 by 3 or 3.33. So after cutting the string, velocity at the start is known. Time is given 6 seconds. Acceleration is that of gravity. So acceleration is known, time is known, initial velocity is known. Find the distance. Time is known. So write the equation for motion under gravity, which is equal to. Now don't use the distance S. Same value only you will get, but it will be h. So now initial velocity is there, and that is u1, so I will take it as h1 into 6 seconds. And motion is down, acceleration due to gravity will also be down. So g is negative. That will be equal to plus half into g into t square. So that is equal to the value of u1, which we have found out just now, is 10 by 3. And in the next 6 seconds, so now the time for freely moving under gravity is 6 seconds, then half, take g as 10, if nothing is mentioned, t square will be 6 square, and that will be in meters. Therefore, you will get the h1 to be equal to 6 by 3 is 2, 10 into 2 is 20. Then here, 10 by 2 is 5, 36. So 36 into 5 is 180. So 20 plus 180, so h1 will be equal to 200 meters. Just take it up again, 6 by 3 is 2, 2 into 10 is 20. 10 by 2 is 5, 5 into 6 square, that is 36. 5 into 36 will be 10 into 18. Double here, half the other. So it will become 10 into 36 by 2 is 18. So 180 plus 20 this one. So 200 meters is the answer. So first calculation was quite okay. And this is the distance covered by the body whose weight is 9g. After it is already moving down, further when it is cut, then it will only move down. But not in the case of 6g. That is 6 kg mass. Because it is lighter, so it is now moving up. Then the string is cut, chatak, it will go some more distance, then velocity becomes 0, will move down. So in this case, more distance will be downwards only. So assume that the distance covered is downwards in this case. If it is not correct, your answer will be negative, man. From that you do the selection, whether it is now moving upwards after the next 6 seconds or it is down. So most probably after going up, more distance will only be covered down. So how to describe that motion? You see, when the string is cut. So then what happens is this body which is moving up, then will come to rest, then will move down. All this I have already explained. Don't try to find out this total distance of going up and then coming down. Where is the starting point? Where is the final point? Down. So only that distance you will have to measure. So whatever value you get in the answer, that will be only the net distance. It will not give us the total distance, never. Even if you take the total distance, all other details will be the same. Then why you want to go for the roundabout simplification, which we don't want for solving the NEET questions where it is all multiple choice. Finish the problems in as short a time as possible. you will get more problems completed by you, and apart from that you will be faster, and I am damn sure that you are only going to be correct. So note all these points. Okay, so then I have given you the explanation, and this is how we have done quite a number of problems under motion in 1D and also motion under gravity. Okay, so having got the idea, so now let us assume that when the string is cut at that point, wherever be the smaller mass, from there it might go up and then come down. Already going up, it will continue to go up, but it is moving against gravity, so at one time it will become 0, and thereafter it will only falling down, and when 6 seconds over, find what is the distance, which will not be the distance covered, it will be only the distance which is the difference between the starting point after the string is cut and the final point which is there after next 6 seconds are over. Okay, if you have got any doubts in this, we have got the facility of permanently giving you a record of whatever has happened. So you can see it repeatedly, and then afterwards, wherever you find it is going to be a complex situation, work out that problem by yourself. Or better, work out all the problems that we are giving it to you. So if you are having the hope of 50% to clear NEET, now your hope will be 90%. Try it, man. After covering whatever we have done, you try to work out the NEET questions that has been asked early. In all the NEET questions of the past, you see, you will get at least 75 marks. Just try it, man. And then you will get all the confidence. You will get confidence to the extent that you will keep on telling the people that you will definitely clear NEET this time with rank, and you will get an MBBS admission. All the best. Okay, so now coming back to the point. To find out H, we assume that the final point is down, but at the beginning the velocity is up. Take the same velocity but up. Final distance is down. So the velocity at the beginning is up, but final point is down. So it is opposite of whatever be the final point. So you have to now take that velocity as negative in this case. So u1 will be minus 3.33. That is a catch. Many people, well, this idea will not strike them. Definitely they will be doing the problem wrong. So that is why I practice such problem, or the same problem itself a number of times. How many number of times? Again and again and again and again, and one more time again. Yes, that's it. Okay, so now u is so much. The time is 6 seconds. T equal to 6 seconds. So what is the distance? To find out, u is given, time is given, acceleration also. When the final point, it might go up and then come down. All that is, how is the motion? We are not bothered. Where is the final point? Down. G is positive. So A is equal to plus G. So that is equal to 10 meters per second square. So now, to find out what is the distance, in this case, earlier we have taken the height to be h1. Now we will take it as h2. And what is the difference? There u was plus 10 by 3, now minus 10 by 3. Into time 6 plus half into, now here also final point is only, this is an assumption. If you are getting a negative answer, change whatever we have taken as positive, put it negative, that's all. So G is 10 and into T square will be 6 square. This already we know is equal to 180. If you want to check it up, this is 36 into 10, 360 by 2 is 180. This will be minus 20. Check it up. So minus 20 plus 180 will be equal to 160 meters. So see the difference. The body is falling down only. Then for 6 meters, it will, for 6 seconds it will cover 200 meters. And instead of falling down, if a body is moving up and then coming downwards, it will cover only 160 meters. 160 meters means not the distance for going up and coming down. Distance, starting point, and then to the final point. However it has come there. Directly coming to the bottom, or it's going to the top and then coming to the bottom. In what, at the beginning velocity is up. It is negative whatever we have assumed. So is opposite, therefore put a minus sign and then solve the problem. So the answer is 160 meters. Okay, so with that, the next question is also over. We will work out quite some more questions after some time.